Beast is trying to silence YouTube channels that are calling out Ava Chris Tyson and also his Beast games, with channels allegedly receiving cease and desist letters in the post because they've been creating content around the scandals. Now, before we get into all of that, there have been some fresh allegations that have been made by someone who's been very vocal about the Beast game, specifically Rosanna Pansino. So over on her Twitter, she has been creating a lot of content. This one's a few days old, but let's get ourselves caught up with everything. So this one was titled, MrBeast Beast Games Keeps Getting Worse. And this is what she's saying.
I'm getting still hundreds of messages a day, and I'm trying to do my best to sort through them, but I am dyslexic, so I read a little slower. So just know that if you've sent me a message, I have seen it, and if I haven't responded to you yet, I apologize. I'm trying my best to get to everyone, and I'm just getting a lot of information and sorting it and researching it, and yeah, so just thank you for all of that. But I wanted to make a really quick video because I just received a very interesting email that I wanted to share with you. As I mentioned before, I'm in touch with crew members and people working on Beast games. I've also been in contact with the people who are the IATSE union, both in Las Vegas, where the first week of shooting happened, as well in Canada, where the next round will be shooting. For those of you who don't know what IATSE is, it's spelled IATSE, and basically they are the International Alliance of Theatrical Stage Employees, and they represent the people behind the scenes who make TV shows and movies. They have over 168,000 members, and pretty much every large set I've ever been on, it's IATSE crews. Now, I'll have more info on this in the future, but a higher up...
I find it interesting that she's in touch with crew members as well as contestants, because obviously it's one thing coming from potentially disgruntled, contestants, but it's another thing to come from the crew. Hello everyone in the chat, by the way. Hello Rocketman, hello Tammy Dawson. Hope you're doing okay. Hope everyone's well.
In the industry, who I trust more than anything. Literally, you guys, I trust them with my life, and I know that sounds dramatic, but that's truly how I feel about this person. They said that Jimmy and his team specifically requested that Beast Games be non-union. This is for a few reasons. Mainly so Jimmy wouldn't have to pay the crew benefits, but also these unions require very strict safety guidelines.
Oh.
From what I'm hearing as well, MrBeast's team was in charge of hiring the crew, and they couldn't find enough non-union people to hire, so they were forced to hire union members. The MrBeast team still said they would not pay anyone's benefits. So the email I want to read for you today.
I hear a lot about US benefits with pay. If anyone's from the US, can you correct me on this? Is that like health insurance, and is that like covering your tax and stuff like that? Is that not covering your tax, but they will pay your taxes on your behalf kind of thing? Is that the kind of benefits that you get? Hi Ben Newbie from Scarborough Beach, Western Australia. Nice! Hello and welcome. I find this ridiculous. We need to stop burning books. We stopped burning books years ago, lol. I know, it's crazy, isn't it?
Was sent out by a branch of IATSE to its members in Canada, which is where the next leg of Beast Games is to be filmed. It states the following. I'm going to be reading off the phone. Dear members of IATSE, MrBeast, parentheses, Beast Games, aka Project Greenlight, and just so people know, like TV shows and movies have project names, like secret project names, and this one's secret project name is Greenlight.
I think that's so they don't give away too much about the show prior to the show coming out. We all know that it's Beast Games.
Has been deemed an unfair production.
Ooh.
As per Section 12 of the Constitution and bylaws, parentheses see below. No member of IATSE is permitted to work on this production.
Oh.
Now this is Section 12, unfair job. No member of local shall work on any job that is declared unfair. For the purpose of these bylaws, any motion picture work taking place within the jurisdiction of IATSE that is not taking place under a signed collective agreement or letter of understanding with a local shall be considered unfair. A member refusing to leave a job declared unfair or which falls under the definition contained herein shall be expelled from the membership. So at a bare minimum, this shows that Jimmy never planned to make Beast Games a union show. He wants to hire union workers, he wants the quality, but he doesn't want to pay for them. In my opinion, and from the stories that I've heard, Jimmy pays very little and did not want to cover people's benefits.
I don't know about that. I've seen when there was this Dawson that came forward with the Ava Chris Tyson situation and made a full video. He was paid quite handsomely. For I think 5 weeks of work or 4 weeks of work, he was paid like $2,500, which that's a good sum of money. Very good sum of money.
Amazon gave Jimmy $100 million to make this game show. That is plenty of money to make a safe show. And I want to know, where's the money going? Like, where is the money going? It's not going to pay for the crew and their benefits. It's not going for safety protocol. It's not going to quality food. And it's just interesting to me that someone who claims that they want to give back and they care about people doesn't seem to do it when the cameras aren't rolling. And one last thing I just realized, the name for Beast Games project is Greenlight, which is a reference to the first contest on the show's Squid Games where they kill off half the contestants. And I just got confirmation from someone at the Las Vegas shoot that the shoot name there was codename Project Red Light. Red Light, Green Light. In my opinion, Jimmy thinks he is recreating the Squid Games. And I'll just leave you with this. It's a picture of Jimmy on set in an outfit inspired by the villain from Squid Games.
Yeah, I mean, obviously Squid Games was by far the most successful video that Jimmy's ever had, right? Like, you know, it's reached like 400 or 500 million views, which is insanity. The crew, people that coming forward, things mainly the ones have been fired and not needed anymore. That woman is all about clout. You should look into her past with the MrBeast video. Yeah, so I have seen Rosanna's history with MrBeast. Obviously, she was in a hide and seek video, and then she can claim that she won, but apparently because her content wasn't exciting enough or something along those lines, Jimmy didn't give it to her. Not 100% sure what this is all about, but you know, it's interesting to say the very least. But moving forward, there have been more allegations that have been made. So she has claimed that she is being silenced and that someone is silencing her. So over on TikTok, she's been creating a lot of content. Obviously, these two videos are, well, we've just watched this one on Twitter. This one, 1.8 million views. And some of her videos were getting blocked in Canada. So the next leg of the MrBeast Games is set to be filmed in Canada in August. Can you please check the link and let me know if it works for you? Yada, yada, yada. Yeah. Apparently, her stuff is getting allegedly suppressed over in Canada, which is interesting when the next leg is being filmed in Canada. Is it necessarily, you know, it's hard to take because obviously Rosanna's creating content about this and she's kind of having people come to her, but she's already got a bit of an axe to grind with MrBeast, so it's like she's not exactly the most fruitful person to be taking information from. But we will continue to watch her stuff because, like I say, she does bring receipts of these things. But this next video is one that she posted saying, I am being silenced, and this is what she said.
I'm on dog duty tonight. Alright, so this isn't quite the video I thought I'd be filming today, but apparently the first video I made about MrBeast and his Beast Games is being suppressed and restricted on TikTok as of today. If you hadn't seen that video, it is still up on my YouTube and Twitter, but it had around 11 million views on TikTok. I was simply telling one of the...
I mean, you know for a fact she's getting paid bank for that. She's getting a lot of money for that, so she's probably very upset that she's not making that moolah.
Contestant stories who talks about what appears to have been a very dangerous and mismanaged set. The video I posted is now only viewable in the US. It is blocked in every other country. I have not received an email from TikTok explaining why this happened. As of right now, someone is trying to silence me. I'll let you guys try and guess who would do something like that. So I'm here to tell all of you that I will continue to talk about people's experience on Beast Games because I am genuinely concerned about their safety and well-being, especially for the further future stages of the competition. If MrBeast continues to run the show like he has so far, I truly believe something tragic could happen. There has already been reports of multiple seizures, lack of access to prescription medication, many injuries, and much more. I've also heard...
Now, it isn't just Rosanna that is claiming these things, of course. There have been articles made about this where the contestants have come forward to independent articles who have also created articles, like I've said, about it.
Heard rumors about what upcoming challenges might be, and I can't in good conscience stay silent. Since someone is trying to silence me, I wanted to say something to all of you. Feel free to download and repost my first Beast Games video to any platform, including TikTok, anything you want. I will not flag or claim the video in any way or at any time. If it does somehow get flagged on any system, please let me know and I'll see if I can release it. Silencing legitimate criticism, especially when it comes to the physical and mental safety of others, is not okay.
Damn! And then she does go on again to talk about, obviously, the suppressing. She's clearly very upset about that. And then she goes on an almost 5-minute chat about receiving more updates about the injuries on the set of Beast Games, confirmed by multiple people, that I am going to be telling you about in today. I'd like to read all about it. So let's have a little listen.
All right, so I have been receiving more updates about the injuries on the set of Beast Games, confirmed by multiple people that I am going to be telling you about today. I'd like to read you 2 statements from Beast Game contestants who witnessed the same and, in my opinion, a horrifying event. I've actually received more than 5 statements about this exact situation, but for the sake of this video, I will be reading 2 of them. I'm a very slow reader. I'm dyslexic, so I just thank you in advance for being patient with me. I'm really trying to do the best I can. And in the future, I plan on reading many more statements. I'm currently in contact and I'm talking with a little over 200 people who are involved on the show. Here's the first statement. The lack of water, food, and medical attention was embarrassing and sad. Women and elders injured. I witnessed 2 seizures, a sprained ankle. Staff and medical did nothing to help her, leaving her for hours crying. Teammates were helping console and aimed to get the staff to assist.
I've just seen a comment come through saying, sorry, I thought this was about you being silenced, R.E. Fiona Harvey. I'm following this with great interest, as are many Aussies down under, but yes, very worrying in this situation too. Yeah, the Fiona Harvey thing is batshit crazy. Obviously, I had a video taken down 2 days ago at the time of recording for no reason. I can't confirm it was Fiona Harvey, you know, but someone's got an axe to grind against me for speaking out about it.
PAs ignored us. I witnessed a rope literally wrapped around a young woman's neck, choking her out on the red team. Multiple people being trampled on their heads and chests. I blame the production and MrBeast for standing in front of us, encouraging the mosh pits and people fighting over jerseys. Many of us nervous for our safety. It was difficult to breathe or even stand up straight. Ooh. The ones eliminated were discarded without food, water, hotel, or flight home. Without a safe space to decompress, we just sat around the casino at slot machines, delirious and starving. In some cases for over 24 hours without anything. Spouses and family members were furious. I know one account of someone driving across states to come pick up their loved one. The production's travel department was non-responsive. No one would answer calls or emails. The hotel would not let us rebook unless there was a flight arranged. Here is the second statement from a different verified competitor. The very first challenge, it was 5 teams and 400 people pulling 10,000 pounds. At first, they split us up into 4 teams, A, B, C, and D. So we all lined up in front of the rope. When they told us that we had to split into teams of 400, no one moved. So instead, they said we would get our colored jerseys for our teams. They started throwing jerseys, and this led to me in a mosh pit getting squished. There were 3 other girls around me, but were shorter. We were trying to keep each other from falling as we were getting squished. This was honestly so scary for me, and I know they won't show this. I ended up getting out of the pit and saw a male contestant who had 8 orange jerseys. I asked him for one, and he told me no. The strong young men were picking their teams so they could win. My team ended up being the red team, of older people and rest women. We ended up losing because the people at the end of the rope had fallen down and the rope was choking them. People were on top of each other, squishing them. Production told us we had to keep going and they weren't going to stop the challenge. Well, that led to us stop pulling and start helping those who were hurt. This incident led to 6 other contestants to leave who had won. They saw and heard what happened and said that their dignity was worth more. I'm going to stop reading the statement, and I just want...
Okay, so I've just seen a comment come in saying, so these games are related to Amazon Game Show, right? Has Amazon released anything yet? No comments. No. So, yes, it is related to the Amazon show. So, Amazon came to MrBeast and said, here's $100 million, right, to create a game show. And the idea was there's 2,000 contestants. 2,000 contestants. And on MrBeast's channel, they would whittle it down from 2,000 to 1,000. And then that 1,000 would go through to the Amazon Prime show. And basically, the winner would get $5 million. MrBeast is cooked. Absolutely. This is undeniable. This is hard. This is... I mean, what we're about to talk about with the silencing just almost confirms the allegations. MrBeast could have come out and been like, these allegations aren't true, all the rest of it, but, you know, he's instead decided to throw out cease and desists. Surely they'd withdraw from working with him after all this exposure. I mean, if you're already millions of dollars deep, it's probably too late. Like, it's probably too late to cut ties with everything. It's probably, you know, if you've invested that much money and you've got MrBeast, like, let's put it this way, right? Yes, there's a lot of controversy and a lot of heat around the show, but MrBeast's audience, mostly made up of children, who won't be following this controversy. Adults will be, teenagers might be, kids, they won't. They'll just watch it anyway. MrBeast, regardless of how many allegations come forward, the Ava Chris Tyson situation, him allegedly faking videos, the Beast Games being an issue, all of this has come forward in the past couple of weeks. I guarantee the next video he drops will get over 150 million views. Because it will. Because it's mostly kids. MrBeast might apparently not give a shit, but you'd think Amazon at least would be concerned about the backlash. I mean, Amazon I think have got a lot more to lose than MrBeast in this. And I completely agree. I think Amazon have a hell of a lot more to lose. They can, you know, just pass the buck and just say, well, it was all on MrBeast. We just fronted the money and gave him the platform. But then again, by doing that, they've got a joint onus on making sure contestants are at least safe, fed, watered, and looked after. I think this first round in Vegas didn't involve Amazon. It's the next round in Canada, right? Yes, so that's right. So it's sort of right. So Amazon have fronted up the money. MrBeast has also fronted up money. The first half of the show, like I say, so 2,000 contestants go in. The first half, so whittling down 1,000, the 2,000 to 1,000 contestants will go on MrBeast's channel. And then the second part of filming will be the 1,000 contestants competing for the $5 million, and that will then go on Amazon Prime. I imagine it will probably be broken down into episodes, not like a feature-length video. It will probably be like over I don't know, if it's 10 challenges, it might be whittled down to a 10-part series or something. Hello, Zombie Gnome, how are you? Amazon has nothing to worry about at this stage. People will watch like they did the Jake Paul boxing matches. Yeah, fair enough. Investment or not, and health and safety is being under fire. Arguably, you'd expect Amazon to release a cover statement expressing their stance on the situation, where they stand in the future on these projects. I completely agree. You would expect Amazon you know, it's a huge streaming site up there with the likes of obviously Netflix, Disney Plus. They're probably one of the 3 heavy hitters. You'd think that they would speak out about this and actually talk about it, but they've. I'll have a look, but just before recording, there was nothing.
I want to clarify for anyone listening that these 6 people who left were not people who lost the challenge. These are people who won. They were able to stick around. These are people who turned down $5 million or a chance at $5 million because they didn't want anything to do with this production and how people were being treated.
Wow.
When we got into the room where they had us all wait, I talked with some of the younger production team. They said that the game wasn't fair and that the orange team had mostly all strong men. They also said that our team had about 20 to 25 men, who most were old and the rest were women, in a team of 400. This was crazy to hear. They were so not prepared for 2,000 people, and it shows. I'm so glad I got eliminated so I didn't have to endure with the lack of sleep, eating meals that were in no way filling, and the lack of structure. To end this video, I want to directly address the people who are saying, well, they're competing for $5 million and of course it's going to be dangerous. That is simply not true. Productions have been giving away millions of dollars on reality TV shows for decades while still managing to keep their contestants safe. I'm genuinely worried that if changes don't happen on the set of Beast Games, something more tragic will happen.
This is crazy, isn't it, when you think about it? Obviously, like I say, Rosanna Pacino has definitely got an axe to grind against MrBeast. Oh, wow, here we go. So the New York Times has just released an article. This came out 4 hours ago. And they spoke to a dozen verified contestants from MrBeast Games and let their voices be heard. Many corroborated stories and needlessly dangerous. Let's have a little look. Nathan. If Amazon employees aren't safe from Amazon and their work regulations, why would it be different for contestants? Very true. It's very, very true. It's a fair point to be made. So, I don't need to listen to the article. So obviously you've got MrBeast there. Jimmy Donaldson is the internet's fairy godmother, better known online as MrBeast. Let's just get through all of the spiel because we know exactly what Beast Games is all about. We want to know the nooks and crannies. We want to know all about this stuff. So, speaking to the New York Times on the condition of anonymity due to non-disclosure agreements, over a dozen people who have participated in the first installment of Beast Games said that they have not received adequate food or medical care, and that some competitors had suffered injuries from physical challenges. The event was being filmed for Mr. Donaldson's YouTube channel, so basically the MrBeast channel, to select contestants to participate in the Amazon MGM show later this summer. The contestants left the competition arena on stretchers. A contestant said, though it was unclear if any of the contestants had faced serious medical conditions. Another described watching a fellow contestant vomiting and appearing to pass out. There were several hospitalizations. In a text message, a spokesperson for MrBeast said the shoot was unfortunately complicated by CrowdStrike incident, extreme weather, and unexpected logistical and communication issues. Oh. The spokesperson said that MrBeast started a formal review and had taken steps to ensure that we learn from this experience. Okay, so MrBeast's crew has spoken out about the issue and the allegations and said that they will just be taking steps to ensure that this is not the case in future. Very corporate, very corporate. Representatives for Amazon MGM Studios declined to comment. MrBeast's content has always relied on the willingness of others, often strangers, to do extremes to create highly watchable videos. During the meteoric rise of the mega variety, some former employees have spoken out about the safety concerns when MrBeast sets, but his vast fan base have continued to see him fundamentally characterable and well-meaning. Now, amid allegations about Beast Games, as well as the recent accusations about inappropriate language used by Mr. Donaldson in a former collaborator, obviously Ava Chris Tyson, his reputation, as well as the multi-million-dollar YouTube empire, are on the line. We signed up for the show, but we didn't sign up for not being fed or watered or treated like human beings, one contestant told The Times. This is crazy. None of them have posted. Makes them look guilty, lying about the Feastables, saying they're healthier as normal chocolate bar. Oh, it's been a Hershey's, almost the same. Yeah, exactly that. Unexpected or unplanned for, they sound incompetent. Yeah, 100%. Like, how many game shows of these has, Amazon ran? MrBeast as well. He's ran plenty of game shows. Squid Games, for example, is a fantastic reference point. He's ran big competitions with big prizes, with big groups of people. They both should know how to run this safely. MrBeast and the executives at Amazon MGM Studios have ambitions for Beast Games, typical MrBeast penchant for superlatives. In a news release this year, the studio said that the show's $5 million prize would be the biggest prize in streaming and television history. We were blown away by the ambition to make Beast Games the biggest reality competition series ever. Vernon Sanders of the television at Amazon MGM Studios said that Mr. Donaldson, who is the host and the executive producer of the show. I mean, what did they expect? They knew what they were signing up for when they got MrBeast, that he was always going to try and go above and beyond. Right, let's have a look. Before they arrived at the stadium on July 18th, the contestants had to turn their phones and belongings, including medications, to the group ranged age members from Gen Z to the competitor who said he was 82, a contestant said. Right from the start, things seemed off. Some contestants said that they had originally been told that the competition would have 1,000 participants. This was also the figure advertised by Prime Video earlier this year, but upon arrival, contestants received a video message from MrBeast reviewed by the Times, informing them that the number of contestants was higher. Obviously, there's 2,000 contestants, MrBeast said in the video. I don't remember if I said it publicly or not, but there is. A spokesperson for MrBeast said that the intention has always been to have 2,000 competitors during the phase of the whittle it down basically to the 1,000 for the Amazon MGM studio. Like many of people who appear in MrBeast's videos, some of the contestants said that they needed cash to pay for things like student loans and medical debt. After learning that they would be competing against twice as many people, some said that they felt they had been misled about their odds of winning. Several contestants have also said that they have not been warned about how little or would be given to eat and how frequently. They described going long stretches without being fed in production. One said that she had gone over 20 hours, both during the games and while they were in Las Vegas before and after filming. Contestants said that they had experienced the production to provide them with meals for the duration of their time in Nevada. One meal described by several contestants included a tiny portion of cold oatmeal, one hard-boiled egg, and a few pieces of raw vegetables. Meals throughout the games were small and sporadic, contestants said. It was difficult to keep track of the time without watches or phones, but contestants estimated that they had been fed twice a day, once in the morning and once again in the afternoon or evening. A spokesperson for MrBeast said contestants had been offered 3 meals a day. On a few occasions, the production staff passed around small Feastable chocolate bars, a brand created by MrBeast, and filmed some of them eating and praising the candy, contestants said. Obviously, trying to get that ad in there. People with food allergies and dietary restrictions said that they had experienced even more trouble before the competition. Contestants filled out forms detailing their dietary requirements. An FAQ document provided the contestants in advance of the event, and reviewed by the Times said that the dietary and food restrictions would be, quote, taken into consideration. But several contestants said that they were served food that they were allergic to and that the alternatives had not been provided. We were treated horribly, a contestant said. They took this challenge of 2,000 competitors. They should have known that they needed an enormous crew to handle this correctly. Right, so the hungry, bruised, and bleeding, we all know about that stuff because it's just wild. Rigging games, promoting gambling, pushing, shoving women, and when men are clearly stronger than them, and MrBeast is not saying anything. Kind of looks like he is promoting violence, not including the lack of food and other stuff. Has MrBeast lost any subs? Let's have a look at that. So if we go over to, Social Blade is not exactly a great source when it comes to this kind of thing, but there's nowhere else to really go. But the problem is MrBeast is growing at such an astounding rate that I wouldn't be surprised if the amount of followers that he gained outweighed the amount of followers that he loses. So yeah, like we see here, it's just all green. It's just all green. So we've got, I mean, on the 8th, he gained apparently, oh my god, he just went up by like, he goes up by like hundreds of thousands, if not millions per day. This is crazy. I mean, if we look at the live sub count, it's broken. Literally stuck on 308 million. Yeah. And, I mean, he's just constantly gaining. Just constantly gaining. So in the last 30 days, he's gained 11 million subscribers. Oh, this is video views. He's had 115 million video views in one day. 142. You know, he just gets well over 50 million views a day. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. MrBeast is stuck between a rock and a hard place. It will not surprise me if MrBeast ends up like PewDiePie, where he just kind of like fades out a little bit. I don't know. I think he's just got that kind of drive in him to make him where he just has to be the best. But there is obviously there were leaks that were made by. It wasn't Lava, it was Dawson who released the leaks. So Dawson released the leaks, or the second, no, it wasn't Dawson, sorry, it was the second person to come out alleging Chris Tyson's explicit messages in the Discord. So the Chris Tyson leaks have been taken offline mysteriously, and the reason is not clear. Context, they were taken off of multiple sites, including the original alleged leakers. So the leaker who leaked the footage and the messages, put them out to a private website. They created their own website to release the information, and they have now since been taken here. So Nathan W. We are working hard to get the Discord leaks back online. They will not silence us. So basically talking there about someone silencing them. So it was Nathan W. that released the information. The website that hosted Chris Tyson from MrBeast Discord leaks was taken down yesterday morning, was served with what we can only assume is a cease and desist. They terminated everything to do with the website and repository with no notice. Since then, several people have attempted to re-upload these files and have been met with the same fate. We will not stop until these files are published and remain available to the public. And obviously this was the same thing here. So this is, let's see if this is back live. Nope. It's not back live. Let's have a look on the other sites. Is it back live? Nope. Is it back live? Nope. Yeah, it's not. Wow. That's crazy. That is crazy. But, like they said there, they can only assume that it was a cease and desist that basically silenced them. But, looking deeper into this, Internet Anarchist, who is a fantastic YouTuber. If you don't watch him, I highly recommend that you do, has allegedly been sending out cease and desists to those exposing information relating to the Chris and his channel. So this was via FedEx and email. We can't see who the recipient is. Cease and desist, immediate attention required. Dear Mr. Redacted. Maguire Woods LLP represents the former employee MrBeast YouTube LLC. MBYT or the company. I am writing in regarding to your recent troubling conduct following your involuntary termination from employment with the company on April 19th, 2024. And so far, it just confirmed that Dogpack 404 user has received one on what seems to be MrBeast. As far as Chris Tyson Discord leak site, there is no confirmation on who is sending the cease and desist, and it was sent directly to the web host. We'll update if I find out more. Yeah, so this is the latest that we've got so far. What's everyone saying in the chat? I think a lot of people are waiting to see what he has to say for himself, expecting the video to be an apology or something to that effect. I'd be hugely surprised if MrBeast released an apology. I just can't imagine that he will. Like, he's got far too much on the line. He's got far too much of his reputation going. 404, what a shocker, I know. I'm not surprised whatsoever. Like with the I'm Alex situation recently. Yeah. I mean, has I'm Alex even responded to those allegations? I don't think he has. I think a lot of people probably would have made videos about it if he had. I wouldn't... Like, how can he even come back to it? No. He literally hasn't. Alex Elmsley. Let's see over on this channel. Alex Elmsley. No. Literally now. Even if we look on his most recent video. Let's have a look here. Most recent... 6 hours ago. Yeah. Deleting comments that hurt, never gonna find... Oh my goodness, it's just not great, is it? I just read something on Quick Farms yesterday about this. Let me have a look at that. What's Quick Farms? I can't say I've ever heard of it. MrBeast. After toxic gossip train, no one's issuing apologies. Yeah, I know. Yeah, good old... who was it that made the toxic gossip train? It was... I can't remember who it was now. What's her name? It's gone. It's gone. 404 done an interview with Achito, sorry if I spelled that wrong, about his cease and desist last night. Oh. Let me have a look at that. Let's have a look at... 404. Who was it? It was I'm gonna have to pull up the tweet quickly. Dogpack 404. Dogpack 404. Right, so that video is still live from the looks of it. It's got 8.5 million views, which is insane. Let's have a look. Is it Achito? Akito? The MrBeast allegations just got so much worse. That was a day ago. Was it yesterday you said? Colleen Ballinger, that's right. That's who it was. Have a copy on my channel. Oh, Angels of Peace. Let me have a look on your channel then. What's your channel name? I need to know so I can find it. I think if he has done wrong, he will do a video and acknowledge all the things. I don't know, will he? I feel like there's just a lot to lose for him if he admits to it. Do you know what I mean? Nah, Alex has ghosted everything. What a dog. Colleen wrote the toxic train after being caught grooming kids. I remember it, and she was just like on a little ukulele as well. The toxic gossip train. I assume MrBeast will do a similar video as Linus Tech Tips did. Yeah. Oh God, do you remember that? Where it was just like it's all your fault, not mine. Blaming the viewers, saying it was bad how you received it as opposed to how it actually was. Madness. The whole thing was just utter madness. Let's have a little look. See what the latest is regarding the situation. Oompville. MrBeast drama got complicated. Okay, that was 21 hours ago. Ah, cease and desist and update. Let's have a look at this.
2 L's, W. Alright, broken clock, it's right twice a day. If it walks like a quack, it ducks like a duck. In my most recent video, I got a little bit of pushback. Alright guys, just a little bit. I genuinely do try to approach this YouTube thing as fairly as I possibly can and be a smart, intelligent person, but I am unfortunately a low IQ individual. So, with that being said, I decided to reach out, as I should have done so many times before this specifically, but reach out to Dawson, the guy who made the MrBeast video, and see if he wanted to do a little interview real quick. Turns out, he messaged me before the video even went up.
Wow.
He is someone that I have had access to this whole time and just didn't reach out because I'm a fool, guys. Because I'm a fool. So in the interest of fairness and in the interest of actual rationality, let us have both sides of the story in this one video on MrBeast, who I, on the face, refuse to believe is a evil, well, the Antichrist. But maybe though. I don't really know. A lot of people...
Many people have said that MrBeast is the Antichrist after this.
Say it. It's a big
This is an interview, right? Let's skip through. Here we go.
Like most of the 501c stuff, it's legitimate. I'll say that. Like, it's not to discredit his charity work, but sometimes there's like the charity is being used to fund certain interests. I've also heard like he was exposed for trashing a beach. Essentially, this was like a controversy a while ago, but it didn't get much attention. And I've heard that it was the philanthropy side of the business that actually went in and cleaned up the beach instead of like his production company.
Okay.
It's like that could be shady, but
Right. Huh. Yeah, because that's where my biggest kind of like problems lie with all this stuff is the lack of transparency from like business dealings intrinsically. Because it's cool to have someone be honest and everything when you're running a business, but like from the creator side of it, to be as successful as he is, or to be as successful really as any, you have to do things occasionally that are immoral, but you don't have to use your charity company to clean the beach that you messed up. And like you don't have to make the claim about the candy being healthy, the 5-in-1. Like you don't have to do all those things, but like the it's like, well, it's for entertainment. So that's my scapegoat. That's why I don't need to be transparent. It's an invalid defense.
yeah.
Okay, so this is clearly going to be a long old interview. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this video link right here and I'm going to pop it in the chat and I'm going to leave it with you guys to go and check it out. If you want to check it out for yourselves, you're more than welcome to. But we're going to plow forwards with some other things. So let's have a little look to see if MrBeast Games response. Let's see if he's responded. Is MrBeast Games a real thing? Beast Games response. Let's see what this is. This is on Reddit. So, oh, this was deleted. Yes, this was legitimate since the bigger casting. Oh, so this was 2 months ago. So this was just before the allegations came to be a thing. Let's have a look. This was July 28th. I'm looking for the latest stuff. Let's have a look on the news tab. 2 weeks ago, 3 days. Oh, MrBeast employee attacks whistleblower. Oh, is this who we've just seen? 404. I think, yeah, it is. Dogpack 404. So he must have had his video reinstated. I wonder if Amazon Prime has said anything yet. Let's have a little look. MrBeast Games Amazon Prime response. No. Literally nothing. Amazon Prime refused to say absolutely anything about the situation. Interesting. Well, it's not that interesting, is it? It's just typical corporate BS, really, isn't it? I just don't get it. I just don't get it. Like, how can MrBeast... Like, you think of MrBeast as this, like, amazing creator, philanthropist, gooder of good. You know, doer of good is what I meant to say, but I said gooder of good. Doer of good! And yet, it's all come crumbling down around the seams, and it's a bit like, oh, this is not great. This is not great. I don't know, like, obviously, like I say, MrBeast's audience is literally made up of children, so I'm not surprised in the slightest that, you know, his channel continues to do incredibly well. People don't particularly care about it. Josiah said, I hate to defend MrBeast, but he can't really respond. There is too many separate allegations and he needs investigating fully. There's a lot of money on the line. I 100% agree. Obviously, we've got the Chris Tyson situation, which he said he's got a third party to investigate the situation. That was the last thing we heard from MrBeast. Which, on the surface, seems great. But then obviously the leaks came out with the 500,000 Discord messages and MrBeast was actually in the Discord. Like, I hate to not be on the, you know, the train of MrBeast because I love his content. I think he's a fantastic creator. And I'm just like, I don't know. I'm disappointed, I guess. Just go buy a Beast bar. I'm in the UK. Beast bars are shockingly bad. They're just not nice. They're not as nice as a Cadbury's or a Galaxy. It's just not nice. Where there's smoke, there's fire, goes the old saying. I completely agree with you. How are MrBeast is a corporation? Yeah, MrBeast is a corporation at the end of the day. MrBeast, Jimmy is not MrBeast. MrBeast, he's the face of it. MrBeast, it's like Steve Jobs is an Apple. You know, Apple, he's the face of Apple, or was the face of Apple, but he's not anymore. Bill Gates isn't Microsoft. He's the face of Microsoft, but he's not Microsoft, you know? Crazy. Crazy. I don't know, though. This is the world that we live in, I guess, and, you know, it's just a case of who's next. I mean, I saw that Dr. Disrespect has, obviously, if you don't know about his allegations, he confirmed that he was actually talking to minors. But I wanted to just show you guys this. Dr. Disrespect. Right here. And he posted this. So basically that was 2 or 3 days ago. And it was, I think it's in reference to, while you're playing checkers, I'm playing chess. Trying to have like the Monopoly kind of thing, this cryptic message. And then people responded to it in not a great way. Did you at least get increased the vertical leap and got a tan too? I heard you pee, and then that, and then I heard you like little boys and girls. Little brainwashed woke boy putting out Dragon Ball Z graphics with Kendrick Lamar lines got me big time. Is this you playing with a minor? Good one, she, her. The internet will never fix your real threat. Depression. Like, the responses to the allegations is just insane. Like, you get called out for being a predator, and then you're not like it. You don't like it. I feel like at a minimum, debunking faked ideas could be resolved by posting real footage. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Like, you know, it would be very easy for MrBeast to just debunk all of the debunks, but I don't think he can. Yeah, I don't know, man. This is just insane. But that's where we're at with the MrBeast saga. And Beast Games contestants have come forward. They've been verified, they've been vetted, and they have been confirmed to actually be contestants. And they have confirmed the bad conditions that they were, and scrutinizing conditions that they were put under. Many people say that, well, what do you expect if you put 2,000 people up for $5 million? Many people would say that that is utterly ridiculous. But what do you guys think of this entire situation? Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. To everyone that joined me live, thank you so much for joining me live. I've got a new video coming out in, well, just as this live finishes, about this situation as well, with more details. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Subscribe if you're new, tick on my little bell so you get notified whenever we upload to the channel. And until next time, guys, I hope that you have enjoyed. Cannot wait to see the next one, and I'll speak to you later.